Hey everybody, this is Brittany from the Seniors Blue Book, and today I am joined by Christina Oickle of Brookdale Palmasola, and I want to welcome you today to our Seniors Blue Book Live. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Brittany. Everything's going good on our front, good to say.
Good, good. It's a beautiful day out, and it's a beautiful day to feed the front.
Yes, it is.
I want to move into and the beautiful logo is behind me that y'all created, the Feed the Front, and this is a movement that you and your colleagues have created. Can you share what this movement is all about?
Yeah, well, I'll start by telling you how it started, because usually, someone we both know, Samantha, is very similar to me, where something starts out really, really small, and before you know it, it's like out of control. What happens. So basically, a few of us, Brookdale sales directors, we got together and we decided that we needed to show support to our rehabs and nursing homes, because that's where it's kind of like the hardest right now. And so we also decided to use local mom and pop restaurants to kind of help support them, so we can hopefully have them through this and help them through this. When this is all over, we can go back to eating our favorite burritos or, sandwiches or bagels, whatever it is. And so that's kind of how it happened. We actually just took a lunch to one building, and we had such great response to it that another building said, "Hey, do you think you could do that for us?" And then we had, we started using Uncle Nick's New York Deli. That was our first one that we used. And he's been such a huge supporter, really helping us in making sure we get things together, because it's not only about feeding the front, but it's specifically feeding them correctly. What that means is everything has to be packaged so that it's all individualized, no cross-contaminations, individual single wrappings, in packaging, so that when they do have the opportunity to eat, they don't have to worry about pulling a slice of something out or using group food. So we can't do any of that. Everything has to be packaged. He went above and beyond, and not only did he package the food, and I'll send you a photo of it. Not only does he send the food, but he puts little love notes on all the sandwiches.
Oh, that's very sweet.
We're here to support them. Yeah. So it's really great. So that's basically how it started. And then it just kind of snowballed. And now we're, we have all the Bradenton rehabs and nursing homes on a spreadsheet, and we're just hitting them one by one, and getting other local mom and pop restaurants involved so we can put these meals together. And hopefully it's a win-win situation where we can help not only the staff at the front lines, but also the restaurants that could use a little extra cash here and there.
Yeah, and how, just because I'm sure a lot of people are curious if they want to help out, how is it funded? Are your communities, and I think it's Nurse on Call I saw, are you guys the ones that are kind of putting up the costs for the meals, or how does that work?
Well, actually, it's a couple of different ways. We're working actually with the Manatee County Aging Network, and also SCAN, which is the South Sarasota version of it. And they have some funds that they're kind of allowing us to get into. And recently I did an interview on LinkedIn, and we put out on the website, both of the websites, there's a donate button. So a lot of people have been donating to the cause. So primarily, yes, Brookdale has been sponsoring quite a few of them up front. But now that we're getting more people involved, we're just using the donation money that we're getting. And the three main things that we're doing is breakfasts, simple stuff, nothing hot because it's harder to transport. We do lunches, and we're doing something that I like to call a 5 o'clock happy hour break. And it's basically using some of the people in the area that do sweets. Sugar Cubed is one of them. They do gourmet cupcakes. And so we have a break that we do 5 o'clock on a Friday when they're just done and spent, We bring over gourmet cupcakes and iced coffees and waters.
Wow.
To make them feel better. So that's where we're heading with those three ones. And we try to do at least 2 buildings a week, 3 if possible, but that's where we're at right now with it.
It's just so, it's amazing, beyond amazing what you guys are doing. And I know we talked a little bit before this about the workers that we also want to recognize. So you have obviously the nurses, you have the leadership team, but you have the housekeepers, you have the maintenance team.
Right.
You have all these other people that are behind the scenes that deserve this big thank you. And this is one way that you're able to do that.
Yeah, for us, I think that was one of the main things that we wanted to focus on, is making sure that, you know, the housekeepers, they work really, really hard, and they're not the ones getting the highest wages. And it's just nice to be recognized in any way possible for what they're doing, because if you really think about it, the housekeepers, the maintenance guys, the kitchen helpers, they're the ones who are going into these people's rooms,
Right.
you know, fully garbed, but they're the ones going into these rooms, and these residents still need assistance. Like, they still need to be cleaned up, or they need assistance going to the bathroom. Well, somebody's doing the work, right? And unfortunately, it's a frightening time. So any way we can support them. One of the other things that we're working on right now is working with some of the local schools, and having the school children, because they're at home. And so we figured it might as well work out this way, and having them do little thank you notes, or like little love notes that we put in the lunches and breakfast. So that way the kids are doing something, and then, you know, everyone's getting a little extra support and love, just to make sure that they know that we know what's happening and it's not being unnoticed. So all of our Brookdales are like picking their one rehab or two rehabs that we all work with, because there's so many of us in the area, and we're going to keep reaching out to them. That's how we're going to keep spreading it out and out, is by dividing and conquering.
Love it. Love it. Well, I want to give the opportunity to show a little bit of the flyer and the Facebook website. And I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen real quickly. Here we go. So talk a little bit about this. This is what's going out right now over Facebook and digital platforms that Seniors Blue Book is sharing on. But for anybody that's joining in, what would you share with them about this?
The main things that I'd like to share is obviously the volunteer aspect. If anyone is at home and wants to help the front area, you know, we're looking for mom and pop restaurants. If they want to just contact us directly, they can call the number on the screen, or they can email, and we'll send them the information that they need to know. The other thing we want restaurants to know is this is not a donation from restaurants. We are paying restaurants for the meals that are being provided. We are trying to make sure that our economy keeps going, and that we're able to support and sustain our smaller mom and pop restaurants through this time, so that at the end of it all, we'll be able to still have them around, because that's what we want.
Exactly. And this is on you guys have a Facebook website right here, which is Feed the Front Minnesota. So if people do want some more information, or to contact you guys, they can also go through here. If anybody, well, I was gonna say if anybody has Facebook, but I think everybody has Facebook now these days. So this is a great way to reach out. Any last words that you want to share with everybody, our audience?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank everyone who's been supporting us thus far. And also, if there are rehabs in our area that are listening and that want to be a part of this program, please feel free to give us a call. We do have a list of people. I don't know if I'm missing anyone on the list. So if you haven't received anything from us and you need either PPE gear, or you would just like a little break for your associates, for your employees, for your frontline workers, you know, reach out to us, email, call, whatever you need to do. Get on Facebook, let us know, and we'll make sure we put you guys in the schedule, because we want to make sure we cover as many rehabs and nursing homes as we can.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for you and the entire team for putting together this movement, Feed the Front. We look forward to seeing where this goes. I mean, you guys are already doing a fantastic job, but I have a feeling that you'll be getting some phone calls and inquiries on both sides, volunteers as well as people that want to help or want to help their rehab and receive that food. So again, thanks for being here with us today, Christina, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, Brittany. Talk to you soon.